When you get that straight in your head, all of a sudden it changes everything. Because if everybody's fed and the lights are done and the water's paid and the house payment's paid, I mean, we live to fight another day. But if we pay MasterCard and then we don't have enough money to feed the triplets, dadgum, that's not fun. Been there, done that. That terrorizes your butt, doesn't it?
You work hard, 40, 50, maybe 60 hours a week. You do everything you're supposed to do. But you check your bank account, and that number staring back at you feels like a punch to the gut. It's Tuesday, and you're already worried about making it to Friday. You pay your car payment, you pay your credit card bill, and then you get to the grocery store checkout line, holding your breath, praying the card doesn't decline with a cart full of food for your family. Does that feel familiar? That quiet terror, that constant humming stress that lives in the back of your mind. For decades, we've been fed a lie. The common enemy isn't your spending habits. It isn't your desire for a decent life. The enemy is a system designed by banks and credit card companies that has convinced you that your credit score is more important than your family's dinner. They've taught you to serve the lender before you serve your own household. And that's why you're stuck. The real reason you're running on a financial treadmill isn't just your income. It's because your priorities are backward. You've been taught to feed the beast that's eating you alive. But today, that ends. Today, I'm giving you 3 hard truths from the one and only Dave Ramsey. These aren't cute tips to save on coffee. These are the fundamental principles that will force you to look at money in a completely new way. This is how you rewire your brain from a mindset of constant survival to one of absolute control. Now, let me be clear. If you're looking for a lottery ticket or a magic formula that doesn't require work, this video is not for you. I invite you to click away now. But if you are sick and tired of the anxiety, if you're ready to face some uncomfortable truths to finally change your family's future, then you are in the right place. Stay with me. This is for you. Your family eats before your creditors do.
I was just nervous about missing credit card payments and stuff.
I want to give you permission to feed your children before you pay MasterCard.
Let me say that again. I want you to burn this into your mind. Your family eats before your creditors do. We've been conditioned to live in mortal fear of missing a payment. We get threatening letters, scary phone calls, and a big red mark on our credit report. But that fear is a weapon they use to get to the front of the line for your paycheck. Think of your monthly income like a lifeboat in a hurricane. On that lifeboat is your spouse and your kids. They are your absolute first priority. Your job is to keep them safe, warm, and fed. Meanwhile, the storm is raging and you see other big ships in the distance. We'll call them the SS MasterCard and the USS Student Loan. And they're all blowing their horns, demanding that you bring your little lifeboat over and give them your supplies. The world tells you that good sailors help the other ships. But a good captain, a good father, a good husband, secures his own people. Father, a good husband, secures his own people first. You secure what Dave Ramsey calls the 4 walls: food, utilities, shelter, and transportation. These are the non-negotiables. You make sure there is food on the table, the lights and water stay on, the rent or mortgage is paid, and you have a way to get to work to make more money. Every single dollar of your income must go to securing that lifeboat first. Only after your crew is safe do you even consider answering the horns from the other ships. I remember hearing a call on The Ramsey Show from a guy named Travis. He was a perfect example of this broken mindset. He's a husband and a father to 3 young kids, making about $3,600 a month. And he was overdrawing his bank account almost every single week. He was paying everyone else first. And by the time he got to the end of the month, the line item for groceries was what broke the bank. He was literally overdrafting to feed his children. Dave's advice wasn't to find a better coupon app. It was a radical command. He told him to stop paying the credit cards, to just stop. For this month, screw them. Take that $300 you were sending to the banks and put it at the very top of your budget under food. This directly applies our first hard truth. Your family eats before your creditors do. You could almost hear the weight lift off Travis's shoulders. It wasn't just financial advice, it was permission. Permission to prioritize his own family's survival over a number on a credit report. This is the first step in rewiring your mind. So the takeaway is this: you get to decide who gets your money first, and your family always comes before the bank. Hope is not a financial plan. Work is okay.
Like, by the time I pay groceries, I'm overdraft. No. By the time you pay MasterCard, oh, wait, we're not going to go into overdraft, so we're not paying MasterCard. Screw them.
Okay.
For this month, and then we've got to adjust our income. Now, you got to get your income up, dude. What are you going to do to get your income up?
It goes up progressively every 6 months as long as I keep up my apprenticeship and everything. So
you got 6 months of hell then ahead of you. What are we going to do in the short term to get it up? You're going to trade school 3 nights a week. What are we doing on those other nights? Because you're about to do some more work, dude. Your family's hungry.
The second hard truth is a gut check for a lot of guys, but we have to face it head on. It's easy to fall into the trap of thinking you can budget your way out of any problem. We sit at the kitchen table with a calculator and we try to squeeze blood from a stone. And while cutting expenses is crucial, you reach a point where you can't cut anymore. At some point, you can't bail your way out of an income problem. Imagine you're in a wooden boat and it has a big hole in the bottom. Water is pouring in. Cutting your expenses is like grabbing a small bucket and furiously bailing water out. It's absolutely necessary. But if the hole is big enough, bailing alone is a losing battle. You'll eventually get exhausted, and you will sink. This is where you must accept the hard truth that work is the plan, not hope. Increasing your income is completely different. That's grabbing some tools, finding the hole, and patching it. Better yet, it's starting the outboard engine and powering full speed towards the shore. Bailing water keeps you from dying. Powering the engine is what gets you to safety. Let's talk about a guy I know. Let's call him Daniel. Daniel worked a steady job as a delivery driver, but his paycheck was stretched so thin it was transparent. He spent months driving himself and his wife crazy trying to save pennies. He was only bailing water, and his family was miserable. The real change didn't happen when he downloaded a budgeting app. It happened when he finally faced hard truth number 2 and said, "My problem is that I don't earn enough." That single admission changed everything. He signed up to drive for a food delivery service 3 nights a week, from 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. He sacrificed his weeknights and gave up watching the game. And in his first month, he brought in an extra $900. That $900 was more than every penny he had saved by micromanaging for an entire year. That money was the engine. He proved to himself that hope wasn't a plan, but his work was. He stopped just trying to survive the storm and started driving out of it. And here's the lesson we have to burn into our brains. You have to stop waiting for a rescue from your boss or the government and become the engine that powers your own financial recovery. Your budget isn't a prison, it's your battle plan.
I want you to not try to do the budget. I want you to actually do it. I want you to go in there, put the numbers in there. That's step 1.
You and your wife.
Yeah. Have you actually filled out a budget for the month?
No.
No, I have not. I haven't been able to figure it out.
Say the word budget, and most people flinch. It sounds like a diet. It sounds like restriction, suffocation, and a long list of all the things you're not allowed to do. We think ignorance is bliss, so we just swipe the debit card and hope for the best. But that is a complete lie. It is the exact opposite of the truth. A budget isn't a straitjacket. A budget is the plan you create to tell your money where to go, instead of wondering where it went. Without a budget, you are not free. You are a slave to your circumstances. This is why you must understand that your budget is your battle plan. Think about it like this. Trying to win with money without a written budget is like a general sending his army onto a battlefield with the simple command, go win the war. A great general creates a detailed battle plan before the first shot is ever fired. He assigns a mission to every single unit. That plan is what allows him to win. Your budget is your financial battle plan. It's you sitting down before the month begins and giving every single dollar a job to do. $100 is assigned to the light bill unit. $600 is assigned to the groceries battalion. You are the general. You are on offense. I worked with a mechanic once, we'll call him Marcus. He and his wife made a pretty decent income, but they were constantly broke and constantly fighting about money. They had no plan. Finally, they agreed to try it for just 1 month. They wrote it all down. And in that first meeting, they found nearly $700 that was just evaporating. For the first time, they weren't prisoners to their money. They were the generals commanding it. The budget didn't imprison them, it set them free, because they finally understood our third hard truth. Their budget was their battle plan. The takeaway is one of the most powerful mindset shifts you can ever make. True financial control doesn't come from earning more, it comes from directing what you already have. So let's bring it all home. What are the 3 hard truths that will rewire your brain and change your life? Let's recap the battle plan. Truth number 1, your family eats before your creditors do. Truth number 2, hope is not a financial plan, work is. Truth number 3, your budget isn't a prison, it's your battle plan. Listen to me. Your bank account balance today does not define your character or your future. It is a temporary situation. It's not about how much you make, it's about the deliberate actions you take starting right now. These truths are not easy. They require courage and sacrifice, but they are the clear, proven path out of the stress and into a life of control and peace. You can do this. So here is my challenge to you. I don't want you to just like this video or leave a comment. I want you to get a return on the time you just invested watching it. I want you to take one real-world action right now. After this video ends, I want you to open your banking app and simply write down your 4 walls: food, utilities, shelter, and transportation. Write them on a sticky note and put it on your bathroom mirror as a reminder of what truly matters. That's it. That's the first step on your new path. The battle for your financial freedom starts with that one simple action. Freedom starts with that one simple action. It starts now.